What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The 7th of May. We're taking a look here at Pangolin / the United States dollar this morning. This will be the PNG / USD chart. The price data will be from Coinbase here. This will be a daily chart we're looking at. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, we have our watch list going here. You can see Bitcoin is up $539 this morning on Tuesday, the 7th of May. Down in the red, 3.63% is PNG, Pangolin. Let's take a dive here at what's going on. Guys, Pangolin is in a very nice consolidation and has been basically starting since this high over here on the 27th of February. This thing, choppy and sideways, bouncing off all kinds of price levels as far down as 34,300. Big rally here. This thing is consolidating, and I think overall, now it depends on what Bitcoin does, I think overall this chart is going to explode to the upside. You know, it has some work to do, and we want to see the lows hold, which right now the lows are at 34,300, but I think overall this thing is very bullish, and this is just a slight pause in a much bigger trend coming to the upside. So putting that aside, that's my overall thoughts here. And obviously, like I said, depends on what Bitcoin does. So if we zoom in on the charts here, let's make this a little bit smaller. We have, real quick, going back, very nice support. 2 days down there at 34,300, 34,137. The first 30th of April. Big rally. Looks like we topped out on the 5th of May. Our top came in at 55, and then we have another level just below that at 54,850. That is right here on the chart. Let me put a circle around that if you guys are having a tough time seeing that. Maybe you're on a smaller device. So right there is where the market's topped out, and we have two resistance levels like I had mentioned. 55 is one, 54,850 is the other. Markets are pulling back. We pulled back to a low of support levels, 48,490. Same on the 6th of May. And today we're actually testing that a little bit lower. So ideally you want to see a close today back above 48,490. That's this purple line on the chart right here. I'd like to see a close above that. If we start getting closes below that, that tells us that the market is most likely going to head down to the just about the 42,499 level. That's this blue line on the chart. Potential stopping point a little bit higher, like it could be around the 43 area, basically these candle bodies from the 23rd and 4th of April, but the real support is 42,499. So we could be in for a little bit further of a drop here for Pangolin. 11 to 12% drop potentially. Nothing too big, but enough that I wanted to share and mention it. You know, there is a chance also that the 48,490 acts as support, and this wedge down here, you know, I don't know how long it'll be. Maybe it'll be 3 days. Maybe it'll be 5 days. I don't know. Is actually setting up for another breakout higher here. That is also something that is standing out on the charts here. Let's so keep that in mind, you know. But right now we're trading right around the 48,490 level. You want to see a close above it. If not, it tells us that the markets are likely to head down to 42,499. I really like this on the chart. So we had a major low in place here. Those dates were, it was around the 16th, 17th of April. We have a rally up here, actually printed a higher high, pulled back, double bottomed right here. We undercut some major, most recent lows, and then it took off like a rocket. So when you get those significant moves like we just saw here, which was a, let's see here, from the top to the bottom, 70% move, a double bottom you'll see will undercut its most recent low. So low, high, little choppiness, and then we undercut that low here. You'll see that with a double bottom. It's also possible you'll see a, so if this market pulled back to like the 37,890, printed a higher low, that can lead to a similar move, a very strong bull leg to the upside. That happened in SPX recently, and I think it's taking place. We'll see. We're getting a little bit lower price movement today, so it might not happen, at least right away, in Aerodrome. So time will tell. But if we get this higher low here, it'd be nice to see it at 48.90. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but it could be all the way down to, it could be all the way down to 645. That's still a higher low and support, and then the markets can take off again. Don't think it'll go that low unless Bitcoin gets crushed, but it's possible, guys. More likely, I think you'll be stopping in this 42,499, 41,277 zone because it was previous resistance here. So for the markets to back test and turn resistance into now support before making a leg higher, I think it's more realistic than heading all the way back down to like the 36,645. As far as upside targets go for Pangolin, let's see if I can get my charts together here. They could come in play soon. Time will tell. Got to watch what Bitcoin does. But this wedge down here could lead to a big breakout. Back above 54,850 is important. We have some resistance over there on the 9th of April. We have some other areas up in here that are important. That's like right around the 61 range. So we have a couple areas to watch. Let me circle them for you so it's easier for you to see on your charts. Once again, this correlates with our high put in the other day, so we want to keep an eye on that. We also want to keep an eye on these areas over here. And then it is off to the races to this day right here on the 27th of February. So we have a couple of roadblocks to get past, but on a nice pullback here with the right market conditions, this price could do some good to the upside. A bunch of price levels here to keep an eye on as it trades up. Keep in mind, this thing is in a big consolidation. I think it's quite bullish. We've seen this take place before in Pangolin. It trades sideways for months and months and months, and then makes a massive whole shot higher in price. So let's see. We're getting into some nice trading this morning here. We're getting a nice break lower. We just dropped out there. You can see we were just down 5%. So takeaway for today, keep your eye on 48,490. And then if the markets really start to go south, 42,499. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you are not yet joined here to the channel, go ahead and do so. Turn the bell on if you want to be notified. All links down below does help support the channel. Let me know your thoughts on Pangolin. 48,490. Nice to see a close above that today. If they pull the plug on the markets, 42,499. Another area to watch. And then, of course, all of the circles here represent important levels on the chart to break to the upside. And then we have our highs over here. Want to see that broken. And then we do have some price targets above the market. The market should head to, assuming it can break out and head higher in price. $1.17, $1.51 for some higher targets anyways. You guys have a great Tuesday.